Hello, everyone. Mr. Lipchik here, and our topic for discussion is Africa's economic landscape. The economic landscape of Africa can be summarized in one word, and that would be poverty. Not that there aren't some successes in Africa, but the overall situation is one in which there's poverty. With poor soils and short life expectancy, Africa began its economic life at a disadvantage. They have been forced to take loans from other nations in order to start development, but have been unable to pay them back. A cycle of debt started, forcing governments to cut back on essential services such as education. Wars have destroyed many of Africa's natural and human resources, with millions of people being left homeless and living in refugee camps. African nations are often dependent on a single export, making them vulnerable to economic cycles. Nigeria, for instance, generates most of its income from oil exports, making it dependent upon the price of oil throughout the world. Populations have grown rapidly in recent decades in Africa, making food and water scarce. Desertification has contributed to famines. Urban centers have grown as people move there to seek opportunity. AIDS, malaria, and other epidemics harm productivity. And wealth is not evenly distributed among the economic classes. The African Union has formed in response to these problems. The African Union, or AU, is a coalition of African nations working for political stability, economic growth, and cooperation. Morocco is the only African nation that has not joined the AU. In many countries, as much as 1/3 of government revenues go toward foreign debt. In response, the International Monetary Fund and World Bank have formed the Heavily Indebted Poor Countries Initiative, or HIPC, to provide debt relief and low interest loans to poor nations. That concludes our discussion on Africa's economic landscape. Thank you for attending, and I look forward to seeing you in the live lesson. Have a great day.